Hi, I'm Darius Lahoutifard. Today we're going to talk about decision criteria. We're going to look into decision criteria from a new viewpoint. First, we have the customer's expression of need. We're presenting this in a triangle. So inside that zone of this triangle, we have all the different elements of decision criteria. For instance, these criteria, let's say we are selling a word processing software. We are Google and we're competing with Microsoft. The criteria may include things like we need native cloud architecture, or we need an easy migration path from all our existing Microsoft Office data. So all these criteria are inside this light green triangle. And then we have our own solutions characteristics, features and benefits. These two zones are overlapping. Usually it's almost impossible that they match, right? And hopefully they are not too distant from each other. So there are three zones, things that we cover on the list of decision criteria or features, whatever expression of needs we have. Things that are presented or expressed by the customer that we don't cover. And then there are things that we do cover that we are proudly announcing to the market, but the customer is not expressing any interest into those. So these are the three areas. So we have the customer expression of needs, the decision criteria. We have our characteristics and features and benefit, but we are not alone on the market. We have competition, which can be another company offering products and services, or can be the existing system or non-decision, whatever competition we have. So the competition has also features and benefits and criteria and characteristics that they are promoting. And when we look at the competition together with our solution and the customer's expression of the decision criteria, when we overlap all this, we notice that there are 7 different zones. Let's go through each of these zones and describe them and analyze them first. The first zone is what I call the obvious zone. It's in the center of the triangle. The obvious zone is a series of needs or decision criteria which are expressed by the customer that both us and the competition satisfy. Next is what I call the market trends. These are capabilities or characteristics that we offer as a vendor as well as our competitor, but the customer is not asking them. This happens sometimes when vendors develop new features that they think that the market is going to ask or is asking, and some customers, the majority of those who are not early adopters, are not yet asking, and sometimes they don't care for a while. The best example is when the cloud architecture came into the market in the early 2000s. There were a lot of customers who were not interested. Next, on the lower right, there's a zone that I call useless features or capability. They are the features or capabilities that the competitor is bragging about or presenting that the customer is not interested in and that we don't offer either. Call it useless. On the lower left corner, we have a zone where we have some key strategic capabilities that the competition doesn't have, but the customer is not asking for yet. That's what I call our unique differentiators. The fifth zone at the top of these triangles is what I call custom needs. Those are capabilities or decision criteria that the customer is expressing, but neither us nor our competitor can satisfy them. So they need to go through some custom developments or custom applications, custom needs. Now, the last two zones are the most important ones. On the left, we have a zone called value. This zone is a series of decision criteria and capabilities or features that the customer is asking that we can satisfy, but our competitors cannot. As opposed to the value, there is this danger zone, which is exactly the symmetrical of this for the competitor, where the customer is asking for some capability, or there are elements in the decision criteria that we cannot satisfy and that our competition can satisfy. That's the danger zone. Now that we have covered all these 7 different zones, analyzing them, and you can do that each time we receive the decision criteria from the prospect, you're more than welcome to subscribe to MEDDIC Full Bundle in order to learn the actions that you can take for each of these zones or each of these decision criteria being in each of these zones in order to win the deal, in order to flatten the playing field, or even tilting the playing field in your favor. And of course, to learn the rest of MEDDIC. Thank you.